Jon Jones is booked for UFC 309, and he's going to be putting his belt on the line against Stipe Miocic in November. And why is this fight even happening? Seriously, why is this fight even happening? First, they booked this fight for a whole 12 months ago, last November. Then Jon Jones pulls out with a pec injury. Then they try to get it for UFC 300. It doesn't happen. Then they go for it at the end of the summer, and then Jon Jones gets arrested for assault and battery on a drug testing agent. And then they book it again when they have their real champion, Tom Aspinall, waiting on the sidelines, beating actual number one contenders and defending his interim belt. And he's calling out Alex Pereira to defend it again. I am pretty sure that Tom Aspinall is going to be the backup fighter for this fight, but still, he should be the fighter. If anything, put Stipe as the backup fighter, okay? Because Stipe should not be getting a fight for the belt. And if Stipe somehow wins, that puts a big roadblock in the division because Stipe is going to retire, Jon Jones is going to retire, and it's just going to be over, okay? But it would just be the absolute funniest thing ever if Stipe did win, because all this ducking of Tom Aspinall that Jon Jones has been doing, he deserves to get beat up by Stipe Miocic. Stipe is the only guy that this dude will fight. The number 8 contender that hasn't won a fight since Alex Pereira was on the regional scene 4 years ago. Stipe hasn't won a fight in 4 years. He hasn't fought in almost 2. Why are you fighting this guy for the belt? It makes no sense. Stipe is like 3 fights away from a title shot, and he's just getting one. I mean, this is worse than Steve Ursa getting a title shot. This is worse than Khalil Roundtree giving a title shot. It's like Merab fighting Dominic Cruz for the belt. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. Like, I don't understand why the UFC is making this fight. If I'm the UFC, I'm looking at Jon Jones and I'm saying, if you do not want to fight Stipe Miocic, we're stripping you of your belt. Okay? We are stripping you. They should have stripped him right after he tore his pec. After that, they should have stripped him when he got arrested. If anything, they should have stripped him before he got arrested, just due to being inactive. And now he's fighting again, and he's fighting Stipe Miocic, the 41-year-old, winless in the last 4 years, Stipe Miocic. Makes absolutely no sense to me, but let's break down the fight just for fun. Jon Jones is the champion. Stipe Miocic is the challenger. Stipe, I mean, he has some power in his hands. He does, maybe he has some good takedown defense. Back in his day, he had some good takedown defense. Jon Jones, we already know everything about Jon Jones. I don't even have to discuss it. He is the GOAT of all time if you count PEDs. He just has really been dominant. But Tom Aspinall has never, or Jon Jones has never done what Tom Aspinall is doing to these contenders, man. I think Tom Aspinall completely wrecks Jon Jones. I just want to put that out there. I think Tom Aspinall destroys Jon Jones. But Jon Jones, we already know what's going to happen with Jon Jones. Okay, he's going to walk up to Stipe Miocic. He's going to take him down. He's going to submit him in a minute. He's going to completely run through Stipe Miocic. If you look at Stipe Miocic when he walks out to UFC events to go sit down in his chair, he has a cane, waving around, wobbling or bobbling around like an old man. Okay? Stipe's not a fighter anymore, especially not a title challenger that should be fighting Jon Jones. I cannot believe that this fight's being made. It's absolutely pathetic. I really, really hope Stipe wins, but I just can't pick him. I do think that Jon Jones is going to beat Stipe and then retire. I hope he fights Aspinall because Aspinall completely wrecks this guy.